Welcome back to Sutton Farms. This is a little video I'm going to put together. We're just doing some upgrades on the truck dash. I'm going to show you what I've taken apart. We're going to replace a wiper switch that I'll show you here in a second. I think we're going to hold off on the new radio. The new radios with the Bluetoother. Spendy. If you get the AM FM Bluetooth, right now we just got the AM radio with the antenna. So let me show you what we're working on, and I'll show you the replace of the wiper switch and some of the bulbs in the dash to make that brighter. We're still waiting on a replacement lens to cover the instrument panel. Let me show you that. Dash that we've taken apart. So for the speedometer, here is the wiper switch that we took out. Disconnected that. We've got a ground wire I'm gonna have to take out, and then here's the radio, of course, the heater. Here's the new wiper switch with the knob that goes on it. We'll just install that. That should be an easy install, and replug that. And then here is the instrument panel. And at night, with the old lens that had yellowed out, I already threw it away. It was so yellowed out and dirty that it couldn't be cleaned up. But if you take these out, you just twist it, pull it out, you've got an old illuminated bulb here, incandescent, I guess it is. And then you just twist this, and then you put a new one in. I'll show you that in a second. And then I'll do that to all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we've got a bulb over here. Actually, the bulb goes in it. It's a bayonet bulb, an old bayonet bulb that I still have to order. And then that lights up and illuminates what would be showing for the wiper switch, wherever that is, over here, up on top. Let me get that done and I'll show it to you. Here's what the new bulb looks like. It's an LED, supposed to be super bright. Should help me see that at night. I don't know about you fellas, but on an older vehicle, especially as I get older, it's harder and harder to see the speedometer, the fuel gauge, the temperature gauge. Let me get this wiper switch switched out and I'll show you that. So the new switch is in. Put the knob on there. The headlight. We've got a problem with the headlights and the dash lights. The headlights come on fine, but the dash lights and the lights across the top, after about 10 minutes of driving, they start to flicker. Now the headlights stay solid, but the dash lights and the top cab lights flicker. If anybody has any ideas of what's going on, it could be the ground. I think this is the ground to the headlights or the dash lights and everything. But you would think that, that is loose. Maybe that'll take care of it if I tighten that bugger up. It has been at least 3 or 4 weeks since we started work on the dash of the truck, the 74 Ford. And I think the battery has given up the ghost for now. I must have left something on. So we're gonna put the old Duracell trickle charger on it and charge it, because the last piece that I've been waiting for, the lens for the instrument panel, is supposed to be in today. So we'll get that lens that covers this. It'll be nice and clear instead of yellow and hard to see at night. We've got the new glove box put in. We've got the new bulbs that you just twist and pull out. If you can see those are LEDs. A little pricey, but I'm hoping that they'll give a lot more brightness. As a fella gets older, it's nice to have a little more bright in here too. And then we have this one that lights up for the washers, the washer wiper, and the headlight switch. And I have new bulbs that are supposed to fit it. But look at the difference in length there. That's quite a bit. And you only have so much room. So let me see if I can get this set up and show you how we're going to put that in. I'm going to take one of these bulbs out. And the LEDs are supposed to use less power, which I'm not too concerned about. They're also supposed to be a lot brighter. And that is going to help me while I'm driving at night, because I can't see anymore. It's in there. And this is the blue covering, so it gives a blue light when you have that on there. Where does that go? Behind here. So I think it lights up right behind here and makes it visible. This is a little add-on that I don't know if I should get rid of that or not. It just slides on and off. It would be nice to have a clock in here. And I don't know what to do about the radio. Speaking of pricey, the radios are outrageous. They're either $30 and you have to cut your metal out here so that it fits, and you can buy a replacement metal piece that goes around, makes it look pretty. Or you can buy a brand new Bluetooth AM FM, newfangled thing, but they're like $250. And I just, I've got this Bluetooth speaker down here that works all right. And I think I found the problem. So when we're driving down the road, the headlights don't flash, but the dash lights flash, and then the lights across the top of the cab flash. And I think that's a grounding problem. And you'll see that this one is for the wiper switch, nice and tight. Can't move it. But this one, can you see how that wiggles? I hope that's what's causing the issue. So we're gonna get a bigger screw and just tighten that bad boy down, if I can get that one out. And then we're gonna start putting some stuff together. We'll get that lens in today, get the truck charged up, get it started, and maybe drive her again. It's been a few weeks. Well, I found a replacement screw. It's about 550 miles too long back behind there, so it's a little bit of an overkill. But there's nothing back there that there's no problem with that as long as it's tight. And now the ground wire is tight, so with any luck, we won't have any issues with the dash lights flashing or the lights across the top. Not that that's not a cool look as you drive down the road, but police officers don't really enjoy that. So what I might do is start putting this back together. Let me see what I have to do to get the lens on, and if I can put any of this stuff back in before I put the lens on. I think I may have to wait for the FedEx man, but let's take a look. Okay, so we have these little clips, which I don't understand why they didn't just use screws, but these clips pop into these little holes. I think you just shove them down. It's supposed to be easy to pop in. We'll see. But that will have the fuel gauge, the speedometer, all that stuff. So we'll pop in a few of these. I moved my phone and lost almost everything that I had on the floor. We'll get these popped in and then I'll show you that. Okay, I was wrong. It's these little guys. And that's what holds that in. It's been a couple days. Anybody else have that problem? If you have that problem where you take something apart, you order a new part, and when you get back to putting it together, you either don't know where your screws go, there are 13,000 different sizes, or you've lost a couple, which I haven't lost any, but somebody had this apart before me and they've lost a couple, so we're gonna have to find a couple replacements to hold this together. Not that it needs a lot, but I just don't want it to jiggle around a whole lot. I'm afraid that things will come loose if it wiggles a little too much. Okay, before we put this back together, we're going to clean on it a little bit so that it looks as good as it possibly can. And to show you that, let me flip this around. We're going to work on this silver. We did it a little while it was in the dash, and you can tell where I kind of messed up a few times. But now that we have it out of the dash, we're gonna color on it a little, clean on it a little, and then put it back together. And hopefully it'll look nicer. Doesn't look bad now. It'll look better. Let's see if we can find some silver paint and a little tiny brush. Yep. I think we found it. This should work. And of course, chicken feed. And it didn't turn out too bad. I think once it's in there, it'll look a whole lot better. All right, they came, they dropped off. Let's open this up. Oh, good. My little boy's over here on the J line. He's got his YouTube channel. He's working on an antique tricycle. Hopefully that'll be up on the internets soon. And here is our brand new piece that looks way too big. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. Let's see. It's perfect. CJ Pony Parts knows what they're doing. Let's get this bad boy on here, and then we will try to get the, I'm worried about this. I don't know how that goes on. This is the speedometer cable. Plug this in. I think it's dirty side up. Everything else is clean on the bottom, so that's got to be there. Back together. We'll cut to a clip to show how it looked before, but that, suffice to say, is much better. I think we're gonna get a new knob for this side. This one looks way too nice and shiny compared to this one, but I gotta say I like the older style too. So, but it's nice to be able to see the gauges. It's so clear you can't even tell that it's there. Let me see if the truck, and she started right up. I would say first try, but it wasn't first try, it was a second. Couple pumps, had it done. Let's see what those lights look like. see them in here. I hope they work. Oh. One of the reasons we put this together is so that the windshield wipers would work. And now we got windshield wipers. I don't think the squirter works, but that's alright. We can live without that. And I hope those bulbs all work in there. 2 of them did when I started it. I saw the alternator and the oil light, so I'm reckoning that if that works, then they all work. I just let it sit and run for a little while. Clean the truck out. We're thinking about buying a new headliner. This was nice when we put it in, but it's bowed down. Get a new one. Maybe clean up the interior. Put some carpet in, and one of those nice saddle blanket seat covers. What do you think of that? I was thinking about doing new door cards too. You get both of them, and it's only $160, $180, something like that. That's one thing about car renovation shows, or well, not renovation maybe, but car update shows that I've always wondered about. They never really tell you how much it is. The door cards, you get 2 of them. They're black. You don't get the pad or the inside of this, but you get everything else, and it covers, I think, all the way down here to this pocket, which honestly, who uses that? That's like 160, 180. The wiper switch, 55, I think, and the knob was another 10. This glass was, plastic, I should say, was $30. The bulbs, I had to have 8 or 10 of them, and that was $30. Like I said, the radio was going to be $250 plus another $50 for a speaker under the dash, and we just didn't want to pop for that one. This pedal cover that we got, so now we don't have to drive around in the summer barefoot on hot pedal. I think it was 15, 20 bucks. Nothing too bad. So let me know in the comments what you'd like to see us do. I'd really like to paint the outside of the truck blue, cover up that seat, put in a brown carpet, black door cards, paint. You can buy paint that I think goes on vinyl. We could paint this, no problem. Clean up this door. Probably wouldn't paint it, just clean it and buff it a little bit again. It's been a couple years since we did the cleanup, but I'd like to do a little body work. It's not terrible. Get some new badges and paint it blue on top and on bottom, maybe even some new legs across the top. She hasn't run in weeks. It's nice to hear her running. Haul off that stuff. So you can see where we need to do some work. I'm not a great body man, but we could probably put in some filler and make it look passable from 30 feet. But let me know in the comment section if you would. Let me know what you think, what we should do to it, or should we just sell it and put all the money into the Mustang? She's a good old truck. She always starts, and she got no rust underneath it, or at least not much. I don't know if you can see into there, but look at that. For a 1974, pretty nice old truck. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. We're gonna put in some more floor pans of the Mustang. Enjoy the eclipse today.